Praise the Lord, friends. I hope you all fine. God bless you, and I welcome you all in today's Sabbath school study. And it is of 16th May, and the day is Thursday, and the title is the longest prophetic timeline. The longest prophetic timeline begins with the 456 BC to 1844. Total the number of years in this long prophetic time is 2300 years, and it is given by the Daniel, which is this book comes in the Old Testament, and he was a prophet, and he gave this prophecy of 2300 years, which is very accurate. And the God said to the Daniel that I gave you 70 weeks to you and your people, and it was fulfilled. And when you say that every single line of the Bible is true, and it is fulfilled in past and will be fulfilled in the future, so we are on the alert time that we listen to the Bible, we read the Bible, and we accurately observe the time duration which is given to the people of on the earth. So let's start this Sabbath school study, and it start with the Ezra, the book of Ezra, chapter 7 and 7 to 13 verse. The question is, when was the decree issued to allow Israel captives in Persia to go free to rebuild their temple? So Israelites was in the Persia, and they were captives, and the decree is issued to rebuild the Jerusalem temple. So it is written here that decree was issued by the king of Persia in 457 BC. This decree was the last of the three decrees to allow the Jews to return to rebuild Jerusalem and restore temple worship services. This third decree was the most complete and marks the beginning of the 2300 years prophecy. 2300 days prophecy means it is referring to the 2300 years. Every day refers to one literal year, so we must understand this. Daniel 9, chapter 9, verse 25, 26 and 27. The question arises here, when would this entire prophetic period begin? When it prophetic time period begin? When the decree was issued, that the time is 457 BC. And what major events do these verses predict? What major events do these verses predict? The major event which will happen in the future, that is the birth of the Jesus Christ, and the sacrifice of the Jesus Christ, which were held in 34 AD, and the time of 490 years is completed. That means the 70 weeks completed. The 70 weeks prophecy is completed with the sacrifice of the Jesus Christ, and it is cut off from the total 2300 years. So the duration is now remained 1810 years, that is completed in 1844 year. So this time the prophecies tell that Jesus will Jesus will enter in the most holy place, that is in the heaven. So Miller thought that Jesus will come on the earth, but it is remained in the heaven. So soon 29 Daniel 9, chapter 9, 27 verse says the days are decided, and doing every day is decided by the God. So the day will come when Jesus will come in the second coming, and the Satan will be destroyed by the God. So on the second coming of the Jesus Christ, this will happen. So we can understand this prophecy that will be fulfilled. So make our life, our present life better, and make disciple of the Jesus Christ, and follow the teaching of Jesus Christ, so that we can be saved when Jesus will come. So let's start. When would this entire prophetic period begin? It's the time is 4057, and what the major these verses predict. So in this remarkable prophecy, I want to read 9 chapter 9 verse 25 says, no, therefore, and understanding that from going forth of the commandment to restore and to rebuild Jerusalem unto the Messiah, when Jesus will come. Before the Jesus coming, the temple will be built. The prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublesome time. 25-26 verse says, and after the 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and its end shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined. The anger of the God will be poured on the earth. And 9 verse 27 says, and he shall confirm the covenant. And this line refers to the Satan, that will be the Antichrist, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifices and offering to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. So everything is decided on the earth which is going on. So make our life better day by day, and be the disciple of the Jesus Christ, and be obedient to the God. We obey and please obey the commandment of the Jesus Christ, and believe in Jesus Christ. Everything is very, very important for us to saving our life. So next I want to read this in this remarkable prophecy. Daniel predicted that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and rebuild the Jerusalem to the Messiah would be 69 prophetic weeks, or 483 prophetic days, or literal years, since the decree went forth in the fall of 457 BC. 483 years extend to the fall of AD 27, when the word Messiah signifies the anointed one, and that Jesus was the anointed one. In the autumn of the AD 27, Christ was baptized and received the anointing of the Spirit. After the baptism, Jesus went into Galilee preaching the gospel of the kingdom of the God and saying, the time is fulfilled. So the Daniel prophecy of the 70 weeks were fulfilled at the time. So in the spring of AD 31, in the middle of this last prophetic week, 3.5 years after his baptism, Jesus was crucified. The system of offering that pointed forward to the Lamb of the God ended with the Christ sacrifice on Calvary. So type had met antitype, and eventually all the sacrifices and offerings of the ceremonial systems ceased. So all the ceremonial offerings were seized at that time with the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ sacrifice is for all the humankind, or all the mankind. So every man or a woman on the earth, or the mankind must accept the Jesus Christ as their saviors, and repent their sins, and follow the commandment of Jesus Christ, so that they can save themselves. So this is the end of the 70 weeks prophecy, and it is the part which is remained in the 2300 days prophecy, and that time duration when cut off from the 2300 years, that means 490 years when cut off from the 2300 years. So the time will remain 1810 years, that will be completed in 1844 years. That time the Jesus entered in the most holy place in the heaven. So next question is Daniel 9:27. How would the 70-week prophecy end? So 70 weeks prophecy end with the sacrifice of the Jesus Christ. So the 70 week or 490 years especially allotted to the Jews ended in the AD 34 with the rejection by the gospel message, and subtracting 490 years from the 2300 year prophecy leaves 1810 years for the completion of the prophecy, and this led to to AD 1844. William Miller and the early Adventists believed that the sanctuary in the Daniel 814 was the earth, and they assumed that Christ would come to purify the earth by the fire in 1844. But the reality was that the sanctuary meaning in the heaven. So Jesus entered in the sanctuary in the most holy place in the heaven in 1844 AD. So now this is the time of grace period that is given to the earth and all the people of the earth, so they can repent their sins and believe in Jesus Christ, so that their sins will be forgiven, and the second coming of the Jesus Christ will be held soon. So be prepared for that event, and you must be the part of that event. So God bless you. Take care and read Bible daily. God bless you.